pretty girls like trap music. Now, a pretty girl isn't necessarily a smart girl, but I'm saying that to say
names have a frequency. Cities, states have different frequencies. Mountains have a frequency. Rivers have a different frequency from mountains. Mountains by rivers have a specific frequency.
But in addition to that, it's the Diddy of it all.
And know that I mean what I said.
You shaped like me, you do not have no motherfucking grounds. You don't have a dog in the fight.
A hard coat, knock upon your front door. When your ass attack like cancer, burn your condo down. Let my pin drop, don't hear sound.
my other phone away. My other phone. And straight like that, we back. Let's talk some Spin That India Arie by way of a high learning podcast. You dig what I'm saying? High learning podcast. A podcast put on by one Van Lathan and by one Rachel Lindsay. Now, I went through a clip of these two individuals a handful of months ago when Rachel had an especially cold take on the situation. You dig what I'm saying? And so now, this little clip that I ran across that was of interest to me is all centered around the one Young Miami. You dig what I'm saying? And she got this record called Spin That. Where all my scamming bitches at? Go in your go-yard bag. Something other like that. Well, I don't know the whole lyrics and all that. It ain't my jam. You understand what I'm saying? But I've heard Hill until ever. You dig what I'm saying? But now it has sparked an interesting debate out here amongst the culture and, you know, what type of music that we promote and the type of effects that it has on the youth. You dig what I'm saying? You say what you will about the drill music. We're going to get into the nuance of this thing as we go down through this here short film. You understand what I'm saying? But her and Van Lathan was sitting around talking about, because the one young lady, India Arie, cultured woman, I should say, she came out and she made an Instagram post, if I'm not mistaken, and she spoke about how detrimental this kind of music is to the culture and the type of shit we promote and yada yada bang, y'all niggas ain't shit. Basically what she said.
I am calling for a boycott of the song of the summer. I don't need to tell you what the song is. If you don't know, then you don't need to know. And if you do know, then you already know. And if you want to know, you can go look it up. Everything has a frequency. People are like, it's just a song. No. Nothing is just anything. Everything has a frequency. Colors have a frequency. Names have a frequency. Cities, states have different frequencies. Mountains have a frequency. Rivers have a different frequency from mountains. Mountains by rivers have a specific frequency. Food has a frequency. And music is pure frequency. It is sound frequency. And when you put sound together with words and it's rhythmic, you get inside of people's subconscious mind. And that is the power of a song, of lyrics, melody set to a rhythm. That's the power of it. It has power over you, over us. And I said what I said, and I was clear in my comments. I know I was. And so you can go see my comments and know that I mean what I said. And so for that song of the summer, I won't be listening.
You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people have reacted to what she had to say. I don't know that Young Miami is got down in the mud with it, but everyone else has had a bit of fun with this thing. And so let's see what type of branch she chose to go down.
Or Spin That's bad, so I understand that side of it. But I felt like what India Arie was doing was trying to get you to think about some of this differently. Like when she talks about it in more detail, she's just like, especially like Spin That, which again, is the songs we just named are much worse than that. But it's like catchy. So you find yourself being like, where are all my scamming ass? Like you just, and it's like you say it over and over again. So I understand what she wants about like being so flippant about the things that you're feeding your mind and your spirit, and there's power in words. That is her take. She's saying that she's not saying like, you know, boycott Young Miami in a sense, or like all these songs. She's just like, this is how I feel about it. We should as a whole, and I'm using this one as the song of the summer because it's the song of the summer. We should think about the things that we're saying out loud or we're consuming. But in addition to that, it's the Diddy of it all. It's Young Miami is.
Now, before she even goes, because I heard this first part of it, that's why I said, let me bring this to the lab. But let me just address something real quick. Maybe she's going to take this angle. Maybe she's saying that, you know, this is denigrating the women. You already look at us as less than. You think we have no motivation. We just want to mooch off of people and find us a rich guy. And, you know, listen, baby. far be it for me to say all women. Of course I couldn't say that. But there is a very large contingent of women out here that indeed live just like that. You dig what I'm saying? It could be that the record is so popular. Yeah, just ride with me real quick. It could be that the record is so popular because it hits home. It resonates with quite a number of young ladies out here. Now, I don't think it would represent the entire diaspora of black women out here, but perhaps the ones that you see going on film with and shaking their ass to and all that, maybe it resonates with them. Maybe they are actually scammers, India Arie. This is the one thing you got to understand. You dig what I'm saying? So, and they were scammers, obviously, right? They were scammers, obviously, before she came out with this song. So let's just keep everything in context. Now, let's continue.
He is specifically getting this because she is a woman who has stood by Diddy despite all the shit that's come out about him. That is problematic. So, you know, when you look at her, it's not just her song, it's like who it is at the same time. And if you're looking for unity amongst women or women supporting women, because at this point you can't say you didn't see the video with Cassie. He has been convicted of things. You're still doubling down, as recently as the Breakfast Club, about how good of a person it is that you believe that Diddy is. And you're separating your experience with Diddy from that.
Let's stop right now. Let's talk about Diddy. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about what I'm finna say. Diddy was not convicted of the things that we saw in the videotape against Cassie. I saw a videotape with Diddy in it, and those acts, a person like that should, I just, Diddy, don't get mad at my nigga, but a person like that cannot just stand the thought of releasing, his chest area so that he can use both hands to just be a regular person, you should have to go to jail for a little while to get that out your system, Diddy. I ain't gonna hold you. So, but the things that he was sent to jail for, I don't know that those things were illegal. But I don't know that having freak parties with grown people was illegal. They didn't say no young people's in there, did it? You dig what I'm saying? I don't even really know exactly what. Well, they saying it's some little stipulation because you bring people over state lines. Now, you know how many rappers and athletes fly women and men or whatever have you? You know how many of them fly them out for the years on the end now? You dig what I'm saying? So if that was a crime, bro, that technically means, ride with me now, that technically means that you couldn't have, let's say for instance, you on dating apps, right? And you meet a girl, you live in Atlanta, and you meet a chick what live in Nevada. Well, if she were to visit you one weekend and y'all do grown folks things, you are technically in illegality of the law. It's from what we understand. That's why Diddy in jail. So I don't know what she's talking about. This Diddy effect of being around a guy that's such a vile. He is a weird dude. He is a funnily weird dude. And there are things about Diddy that we will look at him and forever laugh. But I don't know that he any kind of monster like she trying to point out. And like that's why everybody mad at the song because of her being with Diddy. Again, this is another cold take from Miss Rachel.
Some allegations, some convicted in a court of law or proven in a court of law. And you're still standing by this man who a lot of people are like is a predator.
So you're feeling like,
I think it's the Diddy that is specifically, and I think India Arie said this. Okay. If she didn't, that's definitely the conversation that's going on. Mm-hmm. It's who is singing this song as well. Like people are saying, why are we supporting Young Miami? Why does she have the song of the summer when this is a woman who supports Diddy?
So this is what I appreciate about India Arie. Legitimately. D1 as well. That's what I appreciate about.
Oh, did he say something about it?
You're doing wrong, D1 on your ass. Okay? You're doing wrong. If he sees it as wrong, D1 is going to... And the thing I like about D1 is that D1 smiles when he tells you full of the bullshit. And that's that's all I can ask for. All I can ask for is D1 or Jason Wilson when D1, brother, let me tell you, this D1, I love you. I love you. So let me tell you why everything that you're doing is killing children. And I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I appreciate that. But and it doesn't make me with somebody like India Arie. What I appreciate about her more than anything, the amazing art she's given us, the amazing counsel that you get from your elders, the wisdom that you get. And she's not like my crazy elder. We probably like 3 or 4 years apart, but she's my elder in this to a degree because I was still knocking around Southern University when it started. In my opinion, the energetic purity that India Arie has, it cost her something. It cost her something.
Yeah.
She did not get away from something and be 10 years out of a career. She still has a great career going or have all of this stuff. She didn't get away from something and then started having the discussion. She addressed what she thought were problems, cultural problems at the height of her career. At the height of her career, India Arie was a critic of things that she felt like were not positive for young women, for young people. She at the height of her career, at the point to where everybody was like, hey, we just want to have some fun. She was like, we can have some fun. And this is sometimes the cost. She's always been that way, which tells me that it's genuine. And it's also something that she's really willing to put on the line for.
Yeah. I
always take anything she says incredibly serious, and it's worth a lot of introspection from me and from other people. I will say this, though. This is the way I look at this. She talked, and D1 has talked about music and how this stuff is affecting you. And it's part of what is a diet. It's a part of a diet. Like, there are certain people who are disciplined enough to go completely vegan. There are certain people that are disciplined enough to do complete living foods, right? And there are certain people who are pescatarian, right? There are certain people who don't eat meat on the weekends. There are certain people who are vegans, still have some Doritos. This song is a bag of Doritos. If music like this is your entire diet, it's affecting you, bar none. That's it. It's over. If music like this, if Spin That is your whole diet, if all you eat is Doritos and Kool-Aid and all of that stuff like that, it's affecting you. There's no way around it. It's true. And there are people who are like that. There are people who everything that they watch and read or whatever they put in their brain is bullshit.
Now, let me pause real quick because I think I'm going to try and let him cook on through the rest of this thing. You dig what I'm saying? There's a couple minutes left in it. But I'll say a couple things before I get my full thoughts. There's a reason that 2 Chainz made an album entitled Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. Now, a pretty girl isn't necessarily a smart girl, but I'm saying that to say I myself know high-level women, nurses, lawyers, the like. And what can you catch on their radio in their earphones any time of the day? Some trap music, sir. You'll get a good amount of R&B. But if you listen to the music, you would think they was gangsta boo. So I've never been a proponent of, video games and music just make you. Let me tell you something. For a person that does that off of a song, that person was going to do some heinous shit at some point in their life. They just don't have a high elevator in their brain. I ain't going to hold you.
I don't think anyone is asking, at least from me, purity from people. Because that's impossible.
Yeah. And
right?
she wasn't.
That's impossible. I don't think anyone's asking for purity. I think people are saying, hey, this, like, it's almost like on the back of the bag of Doritos, they put the nutrition fact on there just so you can know what you're doing to yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just so you can know. And I think her message and what D1 is saying, I think that's what they are. Hey, man, just to let you know, this is the deal. This is the thing. This is what is going on with this. That don't mean that I'm about to be walking into a strip club and I'm going to hear D1's voice and I'm not going in there. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that I'm going to spend this. What it does mean, though, is that having a conversation or like somebody saying, hey, this is what this is doing to you, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And then once you have that knowledge and that information, you get to decide whether or not this is something you like to have fun with, whether or not but you know.
And I think that's what she's saying is like, I guess read the nutritional facts.
Read the
to
nutritional
say what's
facts.
in it. Because if you read the nutritional facts on the back of that Doritos bag, it would say, if I wanted you to eat my pussy, Diddy would have had you on your knees, ho.
God damn it, man.
That would have been in there.
That's crazy. But you like the record, though.
I like the song.
See?
But
it's like
but I'm on a diet. But I do my research. But I'm not like promoting it like that. Like it's not on my Instagram. I'm not like putting up a picture of myself and talking about spin that. Like I'm not gonna lie and act like it's not a catchy song.
Yeah.
I like the song, but I understand exactly what she's saying. But to me, the added element is the Diddy of it all, and I think that's getting lost in some of this.
Question: what are the most catchy, positive songs of all time? I'm just gonna do this off the top of my head. Most catchy, positive songs ever. Jay, what are you talking about?
Happy.
Happy is a catchy, positive. So I don't want people to think that they cannot have catchy, positive songs. Happy is a catchy, positive song.
Just very, very, very bad work, bro. So her added element is a cold take. Non-equivalence, bro. Like, no one is out here just... Young Miami, let's be clear. We gonna judge Young Miami for still being with Diddy. The same girl that told the world she likes golden showers. Yeah. And she was asked about it and she doubled down. Yeah, she cool with it. The same girl that is best mates with Saucy Santana. Well, we judging her because of being with Diddy. We all see now what kind of circle. It is like a pea. It's all kind of going on in the circle. It's baby oil. It's just liquid. It's all kind of liquids. We're not judging her because of that. I don't know that. And this is no cash and no dispersion on Young Miami. I don't know that we expect anything more from her. This the city girls chick. You dig what I'm saying? And then so, but with all of that being said, I would like to ask India Arie like a question. You dig what I'm saying? Would she rather her daughter be listening to Let That Coochie Breathe or Spin That Shit? Which one would she rather her daughter be? You dig what I'm saying? There's some creators go out here and they walk up to people and they be like, thought daughter or something. They do these out here in the public. I wonder which one Miss Arie would you rather your daughter be a proponent or a fan of, Sexy Red, Let the Coochie Breathe, or Young Miami, Spin That Shit? You dig what I'm saying? Let's consider this. Since if it's such a big influence, and I don't know that I heard India Arie come out when Sexy Red and all of these folks be dropping their albums and their songs, you know what I'm saying? So for it to come out on this one and it's a scamming song, spending money, I don't know that it seemed a get off my line. You dig what I'm saying? But like I said, if she didn't come out around about Sexy Red, now then you a little late. It's so much music out there, man. It is. I seen this girl. I think she from Atlanta, little kind of big boned chick. She got some kind of song. Oh, it's just horribly vulgar. You dig what I'm saying? Now, maybe that's not on India's radar. It's just because this song happened to be big or, blew up at the BET Awards. That's probably what she mad at. They did at the BET Awards. Like, it was a little tacky, but again, Sexy Red has been at the BET Awards. So I think no dispersions, but as far as the bars for what they're allowed to put on TV and promote, I think the bar has been pretty low for that, if you want to call it that, in terms of what type of music you want to police. You dig what I'm saying? But, my overall thing, man, and it would take, hell, you had to go back 40, 50 years of stopping music. Or we'd have to stop every song that we have a problem with. And it's not even enough to do it on the songs you know about, because the song can blow up tomorrow. So it'll be an ongoing fight to try to get people's song taken off the radio, because it may influence some youth to go and do something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we'd have to stop that for the next 50 years. And then you still be able to go back and listen to NWAs and shit. How many dudes, all the YNW Mellies, you know what I mean? The Lil Durks and the King Von, that music is still out there. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's a hill that you should want to die on. And for me, bro, like I said, man, if you literally have a person, and sure, you hear cases out here. Some guy listened to a particular artist or watched a particular movie, and when it did something, he was inspired. But I've got to tell you, if you think that person, having committed that crime at 19, 21 years of age, if you think that person was going to go on and live to be old, 60, 75-year-old person, and not have done some heinous in between, you're a fool. If you have a mind that is that easily influenced to trick you off the streets like that, bro, you don't have a stable mind to just make it through everyday life without slipping up and without letting your hot temper and your emotions take control of you. You know what I'm saying? Your education level may not be too high. You're going to commit some crimes. And there's people, well-to-do people out here that turn around, you hear about them on the news tomorrow, done wiped out a whole family or stole a bunch of, you dig what I'm saying? So for me, man, I think it's more nurture versus nature, man. You know, there are many instances of people that grew up in the hood that went on to be great. There are many examples of people that grew up with everything that went on to be nothing. You dig what I'm saying? There's arguments on both sides of it, but when you look at the amount of time that you spend around, or that you should, now if you don't, then yeah, they can be influenced by a lot of things. But I think in the general household, despite what they try and present about the culture, you know what I'm saying? Like all of us just out here being led around by rap music. We just have no parents and no family structure. That's what they would like to present. But I am positive that on the large scale, it comes down to your parenting. You dig what I'm saying? Your child can listen to all kind and play all kind of game and watch all kind of movies. Might have crazy friends talking crazy shit on the phone around them in school. But if the example that you've set for them at home into how to be a decent individual and instilled in them the understanding of consequences of crazy actions, you dig what I'm saying? I think that will supersede any type of outside influences that they get. They'll have sense enough to understand. If, on one level of just having sense enough to not put themselves in that situation, they'll have a sense of not wanting to disappoint their parents because their parents have been so well-to-do and involved in their life. You dig what I'm saying? Don't put no smut on the family name. So it's a lot of variables that come in when you're a good parent, man, and trying to be as present as you can. You are welcome to be firm and be a strong parent, but I think your parenting skills and what you instill in your child goes far farther, if I can say that, in the type of individual that your child will grow up to be and what type of things that they're willing to attach themselves to in this life. You dig what I'm saying? And so I can certainly understand what India Arie is saying. I don't particularly like the song, but like Van said, that song is like a bag of chips. It's not the song of the summer. It's a song that happened to get hot right then at the right time. 2-3 weeks from now, it'll probably be another song, but that song ain't, artists, songs don't even go that long anymore these days. You dig what I'm saying? It's a very microwave market when it comes to song making and streaming and all of that. They'll milk it for a little bit, but the number of people buying these records and going to these concerts doesn't represent the whole, and I don't think this one song is going to be enough to make enough young women to make any kind of fuss want to wake up tomorrow and turn their life into just being a scammer. The scammer chicks would love it as a theme song, but they've already immersed themselves into their world, and so they make their bed, and you just can't count nobody else's pockets. You let them do the bid that they do. If they get caught, they scam you, it's a different thing. But outside of that, man, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I felt it pertinent to put this little piece of footage in the lab, man, and break it down. Y'all tell me what y'all think about the song, what y'all think about the state of music out here in the world. Do you think that's wild? You do what they do? Bad influence, you know what I mean? You think the good influences are drowned out here? Let me know what you think on the whole subject, man. And until then, it's been straight like that. I'm out.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Jack Travis, Lord Dungeon Dragon, spit that flame. Raise whole cities, your building.